Good afternoon to all. Good afternoon. We were talking about the resources in agriculture last time. Yes. So quickly, questions on agriculture. If you have questions on agriculture, please. I'd asked you to think about it. या आज लिखेंगे वो आंसर जल्दी से लिखना है ना आज आंसर हाँ था वो क्वेश्चन आज आंसर लिखना तैयारी होगी आज तो आंसर राइटिंग आई फॉरगॉट टुडे वी हैव आंसर राइटिंग आल्सो फॉरेस्ट का लेट मी सी फिर तो आई हैव फॉरगॉटन व्हाट वाज द क्वेश्चन देन ओके एग्जामिन द फॉरेस्ट रिसोर्सेज ऑफ इंडिया किधर गया मैंने लिखा था कल nature and extent of soil erosion is done in this class no Shivanshi is not keeping well. Okay. So the senior questions and the junior questions are a little confused. Will be saying examine, describe, explain के analysis में confusion होता है. तो ये तो keywords हैं, इस पर तो मैं बता चुका हूँ. हाँ जी. So let me write the question. मुझे मिल गया. Question तो मैंने ढूंढ लिया. Senior और junior की file is a little mixed. Examine the forest resources of India and suggest policy measures to conserve it. ऐसा कुछ था. Examine the forest resources of India and from whatever we did yesterday, I'm sure ये हो जाएगा. Forest resources of India and suggest policy measures for conservation for their conservation. Okay, for their conservation. Chaliye. So everyone, this is what I had taught also, and then I said that I'll be talking on this, so you are invited to look into this. Everyone ready with this? Chaliye, tab tak let me scroll up and see if there are any questions. Otherwise, I'll give you a time. It is 15:08. 15:08. Actually, you should get only 8 minutes for this. So you can write this in around 200 words, well illustrated, and it is 15:08, and 10 minutes makes it 15:18. 10 minutes you have. Let's start. Daily test. Okay. Okay, Shivanshi, I'm glad that with your health also you've taken on the challenge. Good, don't worry, we'll discuss. Everyone quickly keep writing. So everyone stop. Please stop. So now that you had prepared, how was answer writing? After talking all those things, क्या करना है, क्यों करना है? True? So क्या लगा आपको? How are things at your end? After preparing, how was answer writing today? That's my question. Was able to recall things very easily. Speed is slow, but unable to complete. Niharika says quite to the point. Okay, good. That's good. What else? So written half the answer, different aspects are coming now. Okay, easy to write today, but speed not there. Content have, but in time, able to write 130 to 150 words. Okay. Instead, I gave 1-2 minutes. Still missing a lot. Structuring still not a point. Better and illustrations were more. Perfect. Everyone. Okay, thank you. Chalo. Priyank is saying, can we submit? No, कोई submit नहीं करेगा आज. Nobody will submit. So too much to write, recall, good. So कितने words लिखने थे? I want to change, with every class things should change, and people who are not into this all quality and all that, you can skip this part. Get that? You can skip this part if you are just doing it because somebody has said कि course कर लो इसलिए कर लो, तो you can skip अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है तो. Everyone, okay, pay attention. I want to share a very, very important thing with all of you. Somebody said, sir, ये comment का मतलब, what is comment? What is examine? What is discuss? What is substantiate? What is evaluate? What is critically examine? Yes. What is analyze? Stop. So one thing is people don't know this. So can I take my first half an hour into this skill building, everyone? I do this half an hour of answer writing, including the one who are listening to me and recording. Are you interested in this? Because this is going to make a difference, and I don't think so in GS classes you will get much time to practice. Optional में बहुत practice मिल सकता है. So that's an invitation, but there are people who are counting minutes. You can skip, okay? So this is what you want to know. It will take an hour, 1 hour, and that 1 hour video is already there. वो video ready है. मैं share कर दूंगा आज देख लोगे. And when you watch it, make table भी बनवाऊंगा. Is it okay? Everything is not possible in the class and for serious students, because I know Jadip ने भी join किया उसको skip करना हो, so कोई बात नहीं. But जो लोग तैयार हैं वो really feel यार daily I'm doing that, and I also want to tell you that these people who are doing master stroke mentorship, they were pushed into this every day. सुबह शाम आंसर लिखते हैं. आज भी उनका fix है 8:30 पे. I'll meet them. Answer writing is there. 5 questions are ready for them every day. And I also feel that my students are so like you people are picking up so fast कि मैं उनके questions आपसे भी share कर लेता हूँ. And I want to see, whether you have that bar or not. And I know different levels of students are there in the class. Some are beginners, some are not. Some are really rearing up to learn. Some are like, I will learn, when my time comes, when I'll finish the course. That day I will start answer writing. I think I shared one of the posts, somebody, his subscription was expiring. So he has done all the course quickly and he really got those firm foundation. So don't wait for the subscription to be over. So this video chalega 1 hour. Let me save time on that. That's one thing. Second thing is you are saying 200 words. Okay, that? When my son comes and he says, Papa, I have to write some 600 words. I listen and I smile. My wife says, yeah, come on, I have to submit an essay. I'm writing for a journal and I have to write 2,500 words. I smile there also. Okay, that? You know why I smile? A normal sentence, normally a sentence of your level of English will take 20 words. Example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. तो ये क्वेश्चन है, when you're writing the answer, 15 to 20 words का एक sentence होता है. ठीक है? I'm very sorry that I'm doing a very mechanical exercise, but trust me, I want to take away your fear of word limit. 15 to 20 words का वो है. And people find, 200 words. Somebody wrote, I was able to write 120, 130 words. वो बेचारा तड़प के 130 word लिख पाया. Yes, sir? Everyone, if you have 20 words and 200, how many sentences? 10 sentences, 15 minutes, 12 हो जाए. Listen to it. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Please write 250 words on this topic. Looks big. Write 10 sentences on this topic. Oh my god, just 10? Just 10? Think about it. Am I allowed only 10? Well, you will exceed the word limit otherwise. कितना लिखना है आप बताओ? You look at it. Sir, all the forest resources are there to 6 major zones. Remember 6 major, sir, that will take, each will take one sentence. Yes, I know. So that, like we have a huge forest region. And so there is this state of forest report findings also. What is the cover? Is it increasing, decreasing, deciduous, monsoonal forest, sir, open forest? Yes. How many sentences? 12 sentences. And sir, you said suggest the policy to conserve also? Yes. 12 sentences. Suddenly the word limit doesn't exist. 12 sentences. You have a pistol with you, one bullet, one target. That's it. So you're wondering 200 words. I would to simply say champion and state classification, 6 major groups, further divided into 16. Will I have the time to write all 16? Think about it. No, sir, I would be writing only, like tropical, moist, dry, then subtropical, montane, then alpine, temperate, montane, alpine, dry, alpine, moist. Then I'll say there are special categories, evergreen, semi-evergreen. ये भी तो थोड़ा बताना पड़ेगा. But mostly we are deciduous. Around 60% we are deciduous. These are 11%. And India is also blessed with a diversity of mangrove forest, tropical, dry, evergreen. Tropical, dry, evergreen. बताना पड़ेगा ना, unique है. तो बताना चाहिए हमें. Should we talk about it or not? I think we should. कहना तो चाहिए. बनता है. मैप बनेगा, बिल्कुल बनेगा सर. मैप भी बनेगा. True. If you can tell something about it, our resources have evolved over a period of time. We belong to this bio-geographic region. Remember, people from paper 1, if you have done paper 1, some of you will remember Palearctic Oriental region, Palearctic Oriental Floristic Kingdom. Now, people who have not done paper 1, you're lucky. तुम्हारे पास ये point ही नहीं है. You're happy. No head, no headache. Yes, no. But from the people who had that point, I really expect you, भाई, इसका भी जवाब दो. Challenge or not? And then we will be examining. Examine means what and why. Examine means how and why. So I would say India has a very diverse climate. On the humid side, I have evergreen, semi-evergreen, and in between I have deciduous, and towards the arid it becomes fawn and this thing. Alpine are to do with altitude. They are broadly temperate, and then there are alpine conifers, and a point comes after which trees cannot be supported. So alpine scrubs are also there. Example Gulmarg. Example भी देना होगा. We'll have to. Distribution of forest. I don't think so. I did distribution with. किया मैंने distribution का map? किया नहीं आपने पूछा दिमाग से निकल गया मैं. What percentage of forest is where? I think 35% of the forest or 30% of the forest is central India, 25% in northeast India, 15% in western Ghat and 10%. ये भी नहीं पता आपको. NCERT में एक मैप है. तो वो तो पढ़ना था, but challenge हो गया कि नहीं हो गया? Everyone. खुल्लर में है. अच्छा एक बात बताओ ना, खुल्लर है and everything is there. %30 of the forest is here. 20% of the forest, except Assam, is here. Rather 25%. 20 to 25. 15% is here. 10% is here. Baki scattered. Baki it is scattered. Remember, somewhere here, somewhere here. ये तो मैप भी आना चाहिए. And how to map discuss किया था आपने? Whatever I'm saying. Should this map be there? So there are multiple things which I am seeing in this, everyone. Can you see that? I am seeing multiple things in this. Are you with me, everyone? Yes. How many sentences? 12. I think 12 तो इतने में ही निकल जाएगा. 12 will finish in this only. True or not? And I also want to tell you, policy, no. I don't know what policy you are writing. My policy components will be supply side management. Increase the supply of the forest. Get that? Whatever is the forest, work on this. And other side is demand side management. What should I do here? Supply side, afforestation plus upgradation. True or not? और सबसे बड़ी बात, conservation, whatever is there, don't cut it off by. True. Demand side moderation, what should I do? I should do moderation. I should do alternatives and substitute. To what? Substitutes to what? Forest products. Discourage forest based industries that depend on traditional forest products. ये बताओ यार, this sentence itself will take around 2 sentences. I think 2 sentences में भी होगा, पॉलिसी में होगा या नहीं होगा? जहां पॉसिबल हो EIA करो, R&D करो, पीपल्स पार्टिसिपेशन होना चाहिए, यस नो, एक लीगल प्रोटेक्शन होना चाहिए. अभी फॉरेस्ट प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट में सब कुछ हुआ है नहीं हुआ? And you're wondering 200 words? भाई मुझे डर लगता है. When I look at 200 words, no, when somebody says I have to write 200 words and then the person tells me the topic, what? Just 200 words? First part itself will take. India's huge forest resource. Second champion तो लिखना पड़ेगा कि नहीं लिखना पड़ेगा? We'll have to tell. I'm not giving any detail, but I'll say mangrove wealth भी है. Yes or no? Mangrove around कितना percent हमारा 0.7% is mangrove. Remember that? I remember that. तो डेटा भी पता होना चाहिए. 11% is equatorial green, evergreen, semi evergreen, वो भी पता होना चाहिए. अमन आके कह रहा है कि empowering ग्राम सभा, community forest right. अमन इसमें क्या और लिखूंगा क्या? लड्डू, people's participation. Do we have time here for ग्राम सभा? ये ना, अमन आंसर लिखा, जरा आंसर पोस्ट करो. अमन प्लीज पोस्ट योर आंसर, हम भी देखें. When you say these things, no, सर ग्राम सभा लिखना है, तब पता चल जाता है हाइपोथेटिकल हवा में. ट्रू. क्लास में 1 पॉइंट देना इज इजी. एवरीवन, पहले तो ये बताओ, फ्रॉम दिस डिस्कशन, डिड द मीनिंग ऑफ वर्ड लिमिट चेंज फॉर यू? डोंट राइट इन वर्ड, राइट इन सेंटेंसेस. Learn to give power to your sentences. All these fancy little things ना, सर ग्राम सभा भी डाल दूंगा, ये भी डाल दूंगा. When somebody says ग्राम सभा डाल दूंगा ना, I'm wondering इसको समझ नहीं आ रहा है क्या? This fellow is not understanding over 12 sentences only ग्राम सभा. Why waste one of them? People's participation at all administrative level. True or not? Otherwise ग्राम सभा बनाएगा, ये बनाएगा, वो बनाएगा, नहीं कर सकते भाई. So that's what we're talking about. So these comment and all, मौका ही नहीं मिलेगा सोचने का. ठीक है? So today I am not evaluating, but have I given you the content of the answer? I want to do something else. अरे अब तो वापस आ गए होंगे जिन लोगों ने आधा घंटा स्किप किया होगा. अभी भी हम आंसर में भाई, वी आर स्टिल इन द आंसर. सो कैन यू स्किप फॉर अनदर 10 minutes? It's just in case you skip. You know the movie, the interval continues, so you can have popcorns, you can have the American corn, and if your girlfriend is with you, you can share it, sharing and caring. So two others were really looking at their improvement. Can I make you an evaluator for some time? 2 good students have written the answer. You were reading this answer. Yes or no? You read it and I have also told you what all could have gone, even the policy. ठीक है? लेकर आए 2 अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स के आंसर. You are the boss now. Now some of you might find funny, उसका पढ़ने से क्या मिलेगा? Trust me, बहुत कुछ मिलता है. When you are doing a critical evaluation for someone, you realize, oh my god, I too never had this. But even then I feel इसका ही कमी. That is called learning. I'm very sorry if you're counting the number of minutes कि आज water resource पे how many drops of water will such and such give, that will decide my value for money. Well, that's dangerous, but you can. So मैं एक आंसर डालूं, उसके बाद दूसरा भी डालूंगा. ठीक है? On a scale of 10 देना है आपको. मार्क्स दोगे नहीं दोगे देखा जाएगा. Let us look at that answer and you will tell me the goods and bads of that answer. You might be surprised also. उनका काम है सरप्राइज करना. Their job is to surprise us. The more they surprise the examiner, the more marks they're going to get. Already. So I think somebody wrote that, sir, I am down with fever, heavy fever, not writing the answer, would like to use the discussion. So I'm glad that you are still here and you are now going to check this answer. Let me read it. आप उसकी शक्ल देखिए. India is situated in the Indo-Malayan transition zone biogeographically and is a host of 4 biodiversity hotspots. This shows the wealth of forest resources in India. The forest resources can be studied in the framework of floristic regions given by D. Chatterjee. Western Himalaya, Eastern Himalaya, Indus Plain, Gangetic Plain, Deccan Plain, Malabar, Assam. Western Himalaya is a host to transition of vegetation from subtropical to tundra, temperature variation due to altitude, wildlife like deer and hangul are there. Everyone, first page. Did the person surprise you? Yes. Priyank is saying, wow, amazing, 10 on 10. Yes. So कहते हैं ना, नई नई आंखें हों तो हर मंजर अच्छा लगता है. कुछ दिन घूमे तेरे शहर में लेकिन अब घर अच्छा लगता है. So with your new eyes, everything is good. This answer is wrong. This answer is talking about the floristic regions of India. Western Himalaya as a floristic region is not forest. It is forest plus everything else. Andaman is not forest. Western Himalaya, he says, it is a vegetation. Yes, subtropical to tundra. I'm not interested. My question is about forest resources of India. इसे कहा जाता है impress करना. This is what I have seen again. That day Joydeep said that, sir, why do you talk about other teachers? We will not go into their class. I'm saying you will get such notes. Offline classes in Delhi, many such impressive things are taught. And do you get that? A seasoned teacher will simply not take that. नई नई आंखें हो, मंजर अच्छा लगता है. I hope Joydeep gets the answer. अगर Joydeep कर रहा है तो, अगर उसने skip कर दिया तो I can't do that. Get that? So when I said that कि गुफा में बैठोगे तो यही याद आएगा. Somebody said wow just now. हमें पता ही नहीं ना. India is situated in Indo-Malayan this thing. अगर यहाँ पर होता है examine the biotic resources of India. Good. Get that? Purvi Singh sir, I was thinking मैंने सब लिख दिया. I wrote everything wrong. See this fellow. They will make their set of mistakes. Oh my God, food. That's why my job to bring this to you. That's why I say Gufa. Sir, Gufa क्यों बोल? Okay. I hope everyone is getting that. These exercises are important, and I do these exercises more in paper 2. I really want to tell you everyone that paper 2 is a make or break paper. इसमें लोगों के 60 marks तक आए हैं. 60, 80 and 160 तक. Do you get that? Why some people get 80 or 60 in paper 2 because of this? Is the map there? Very good. Is the name there? D Chatterjee? Very good. कहाँ आया होगा? कोचिंग में आया. सर हम थोड़ी जाएंगे तो आपको बताएंगे ना यार, ये भी तो आपको आंसर मिलेगा. You'll get this answer also or not. As a teacher, am I supposed to tell you what not to get trapped in? That is why I take this time. I know you will consider it as time waste, but for a serious student, it is important. So this boy writes well, everything okay, but answer to gadbada gaya. The answer is, so the words are beautifully written, but content not relevant. So this person has a good language. Very good. That's his strength or her strength. This person has good illustration power. That's again very good. अच्छी बात है. जो अच्छा है वो अच्छा है. Let's continue further. Eastern Himalayas are diverse region and they are horticulture product, almonds and apricot. आप सोचिए तो सही. बादाम और एप्रिकॉट की बात करें. क्वेश्चन क्या है? क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट फॉरेस्ट रिसोर्सेज. हाउ कुड समवन राइट दिस? नाउ टेल मी, गोल्डन लंगूर बायोडाइवर्सिटी हॉटस्पॉट already selected in UP BCS, wants to do in civil services, joins mentorship program. Should I give a critical review or not? And if I give critical review, these same teachers, same gufa wala teachers, they say confidence टूटता है. And this boy says, sir, जो आपको करना है, if it is wrong, it is wrong. Yes or no? 100% wrong. The question is saying, like, examine the forest resources. Why am I talking about almond and apricot? Spend 2 nights in a forest, come back. Your face will turn into almond and apricot insects, and mosquitoes will eat you like that. Sweet answer, very beautiful. Parosa gaya. Do you get that? So not everything that glitters is gold. Do you get that? So that's one thing. एक और आंसर ले तो ये तो चलता रहेगा. अच्छा, इसका सॉल्यूशन देखिए क्या है? कंजर्वेशन. सी हाउ लेजी एंड कैजुअल कंजर्वेशन हैज बीन रिटन. यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड. अभी कंजर्वेशन आई टोल्ड यू ना. कंजर्वेशन क्या करो? यूपी में एफॉरेस्टेशन, ग्रीन सोबरा प्रोग्राम, ट्रू सिटी इन हैदराबाद, एरियल सीडिंग इन आंध्र प्रदेश, वाजे फॉरेस्ट, बैम्बू ओएसिस. ये करना चाहिए. अरे भाई तुम भूल गए कि आरे को रोज काटा जा रहा है वहां पर. बट दिस इज व्हाट हैज बीन लर्नड. ये मैप बना दो, काम बन जाएगा. करना क्या है? मेक अ जन आंदोलन. आजकल मौका है ना, हिंदी में बोलने से ज्यादा होता है. पीपल्स मूवमेंट, जन आंदोलन, इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा. अर्बन फॉरेस्ट्री शुड बी देयर, कंपल्सरी एफॉरेस्टेशन शुड बी देयर, इको सेंसिटिव एरिया, जॉइंट फॉरेस्ट मैनेज. अरे भाई रीजनरेशन में आई टोल्ड यू देयर हैज टू बी सोशल फॉरेस्ट. ये खत्म हो गया. डू यू गेट दैट? नाउ ही हैज आई थिंक मेड मैप एवरीवेयर एंड ही हैज डन अ लॉट. इसको मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे. अगर आंसर सही होता तो ही वुड हैव गॉट 7.5, एटलीस्ट 50% तो ले लेता. बट नाउ सिंस द फर्स्ट पार्ट इज रॉन्ग, ही विल गेट 5. 5 out of 15 means 33%. 7.5 not out of 10. स्कोर बता रहा हूं out of 15. डू यू गेट दैट? एक और इवैल्यूएशन करेंगे. वन मोर इवैल्यूएशन. ये तो फैंसी था, एकदम चमत्कार को नमस्कार था कि नहीं. एवरीथिंग इज रिटन. ओके, दिस छोटा सा BSH ले लो, ये ले लो, जन आंदोलन, एवरीथिंग दैट विल कम. द बेस्ट आंसर्स व्हिच कम टू यू दे आर वेरी वेल थॉट ऑफ. ऐसे नहीं डालता हूं उसको. ऐसा नहीं कि उसमें हैंडराइटिंग और मैप अच्छा दिख रहा है इसलिए सचिन सर हैज पुटेड बिकॉज़ द हैंडराइटिंग एंड मैप इज नो. Wrong means wrong. Good student, bad student doesn't matter. There is already a student is IPS. Okay, so last year I was talking to him and I said this is absolutely wrong and ridiculous. How are you doing this? He said, sir, ज़्यादा नहीं बोल रहे आप. Aren't you saying too much? I said, yeah, I'm supposed to give you feedback. गलत लिख रहा है तो would I not give feedback? No, but you're saying too much. I said, look, you will clear the examination, but you're not looking for IPS. You're looking for IS. You're looking for top 70 ranks. Rest is up to you. I have no issues. Answer is wrong. Is wrong. He again cleared the examination. I said you will clear 170 or 180 rank. Again IPS. फिर वही. So if you are interested in improving, let us acknowledge, like whatever is wrong here. So with all due respect, whatever is the strength of the answer, okay, wrong is wrong. But the things have changed. There was this old metaphor, और क्या कहते हैं उसको, मुहावरा कहते हैं ना, निंदक नियरे राखिए. So nobody wants to keep anyone who finds fault within us. और आजकल तो नया है ना, YouTube पर अजीमो शान शहंशाह टाइप एंट्री टाइप वीडियोस आर देयर. यस, IS बन गया एंट्री वीडियो एंड देन मोटिवेशन वाला. जय हिंद गाइस, आर यू देयर? किसी भी नेगेटिव आदमी से दूर रहिए जो आपको कहता है आपसे नहीं होगा, क्योंकि मैं कहता हूं सैल्यूट करके भारत माता के लिए आपका हो जाएगा. वो एक भारत माता के लिए गलत आंसर लिखेगा ना भारत माता आएगी ना आपकी माता आएगी. डू वी गेट दैट? डू वी गेट दैट? यंग बॉय गॉट इनटू सम सर्विस, यूनिफॉर्म सर्विस छोड़ छाड़ के भाग के आ गया, वीडियो बना रहा है. अंडरस्टैंड दैट? डिड नॉट इवन सर्व ओवर देयर, भाग के आ गया. और इधर सैल्यूट है. ये मोटिवेशन 2 मिनट में आउट हो जाएगा. So very very clear, work on that. So all those beautiful videos of IS, and I want to tell you, one of the reasons why people are really not getting into action is that these videos just keep them high on like whatever they are consuming. True or not? So आज देखा था top 5 beautiful IS officers in India. So जो बनाने वाला क्या परोस रहा है, तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो? इसको तो मीडिया चैनल में होना चाहिए. Everyone, let's have one more. किधर गया अपलोड? देशभक्ति से देशभक्ति के नाम पे कुछ भी बेच देता. आईएएस बनना है, देश के लिए बनना, बेटा मैं आपका शिक्षक, अब बन जाएंगे आप. और फिर उसके बाद एक आकर शाम को पूछेगा इतने घंटे में कितना पढ़ाया, क्योंकि वो सर तो ज्यादा दे. एवरीवन लुक अप दिस आंसर. ठीक लग रहा है ये भी? डज इट लुक ओके? शुड आई रीड इट? नाउ यू आर द इवैल्यूएटर्स एवरीवन. According to the recent State of Forest report, the Forest Survey of India, Indian forests are 24.6% of the total geography. Forest cover in the country has marginally increased. Forest resources can be examined from 2 approaches. Question is, examine the forest resources, and the person is saying, I have 2 approaches to examine. Good, let me see. Study the canopy cover. They are open forest, moderate dense, and dense forest. Yes, moderate and dense नहीं होना चाहिए, highly dense होना चाहिए. So ये बना भी दिया, moderate dense, and this thing, open forest. Good. Remember the rainfall region, that's there. And areas which have above average forest cover, including northeast. So one is you look at the canopy cover and you look at the areas which have denser one. That's one way of approach. I would say there can be a theoretical approach, champion and Seth. How can you forget that? वो भी तो एक approach है ना. Remember champion and Seth classified Indian forests into on the basis of their characteristics, on the basis of their the soil, the climate. Should we reject that? So do you get that the role of the teacher? Do you get the role of the evaluator? I'm training you evaluation also. But compared to previous one, is this person answering the question or not? Yes, compared to that. आगे बढ़े. Let's look at further. Areas with below average cover. Okay, so that person has also written which areas moderate, below average forest resources can also be examined by type. Champion and Seth, Mr. Evaluator, you wanted this? No, ये भी ले लो. Done. So what has this person done in 2 pages? Everyone, not much sentences. Said that Indian forests are around 24% forest and tree cover. You can see them in terms of open, dense, moderate dense, and very dense, and country areas with less forest, more forest. Has this person answered the question like a botanist or a geographer? Because a botany fellow can also answer. Geographer की तरह distribution वाली बात की इन्होंने. I do believe because it is examined, no? Because it is examined, so थोड़ा सा आना चाहिए था. Rainfall map leads to the vegetation map. आना चाहिए थोड़ा सा. I think analysis part, this examination is weak, but the content I would want to give this person full mark. I would also want to give this person for illustration full marks. Is everyone okay? Let's look at the third page. ये आ गया. Policy देखें, policy में क्या करना है. Policy is guided by a particular requirement of the forest. Different approach for Western Ghat. Nature-based solution include locals and tribals. From Western Ghat, recommendation Gadgil and Kasturi Rangan. यहाँ थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया. बताओ तो सही. हिमालय और वेस्टर्न घाट से तो नहीं होता ना. Did you like my policy? Demand side, supply side. This. Augment demand, increase demand, social forestry, conserve them, upgrade forest. Remember, make all of them dense. Supply side. Supply side. Demand side, demand moderation, look for alternatives, do not allow any deforestation, unnecessary deforestation and all that. Second part of the question weak, but otherwise first part, okay. Everyone, you have 2 answers in front of you. This person is a beginner. First time mains. Fresh out of engineering college, no coaching, self-study. That person, multiple mains already selected in UPPACS and that answer. Can anyone clear the exam? Can you clear the examination in the first attempt? Without that, salute guys. For the country, this country needs you. Without that, nautanki, can you clear this? Yes or no? And can I be objective in this? Part 1, very good. Part 1, okay. I am fine with it. Little bit of why and how could have been added. Part 2, weak. कितना मार्क्स मिल जाएगा इसको 15 में से? I would go for 6.9. 6.9. Not more than that. 50% अभी नहीं दे रहा. तो शाम को feedback I will discuss with this person and we'll get that. Now forget these people. They are going to write the exam. Honestly बताइए, compared to these 2 efforts in 3 pages, your answer, where was it? Did you see the chances of structuring? Did you see they are structuring it? Did you see they are putting all those illustrations? I'm sorry, I've taken 50 minutes to bring this point to you. And I also want to tell you, these are the fastest ways of learning answer writing. You were asked to prepare yesterday. You were asked to write today. Honest, genuine effort. आपने ये किया होगा. If you are just attending class after class, 4 classes in a day and then come with a comment कि अरे इतने में इतना ग्राम ही निकला. वो आता है ना आजकल, कौन सा कंट्री डिलाइट वाला आ रहा है, किसका आ रहा है, 2 नारियल में कितना पानी निकलेगा. Yes, 2 glasses water. I really found that comment on that day. No, सर आपकी क्लास में 2 ग्लास पानी नहीं निकल रहा है, कब निकलेगा? सर मैं 8 क्लास किया आपका, आज तक उसने होमवर्क सबमिट नहीं किया. So I am very clear. नारियल में तो जूस भरा जाएगा तभी तो निकलेगा. A healthy coconut will give us juice. Healthy students, trained students will write good answers. Yes. So can I expect in coming days an improvement in your morning writing? I really do not know how many of you have started morning writing. Anything, whether GS or optional, likho and learn this. And today's mantra, if you want to take, answer is not written in words. It is written in sentences. Will you make your sentences powerful? And one more piece of advice. Would you like to borrow powerful sentences from the book? If you like a sentence in Hindu newspaper, if you like a sentence in Kuller, take it as it is. You are reading Kuller. I'm so happy that somebody said Kuller mein diya and all that. I'm so happy that all of you are doing that. Amazing. Yeah, proud of all of you. Proud of all of you. Except for that person, like that short-sightedness. I think that short-sightedness also I bring to this thing, and I hope the message has gone to that person also. Sujit is saying, sir, I don't write answer, but I do recall. So Sujit, in the last 3 answers which I have made you write down, did you write in the class? So don't waste those 9 to 10 minutes which I give you. Do it. आपने जो भी recall किया, right, wrong, who is bothered? Yeah, if your answer is wrong, now these 2 people, their answer had all those things. Does that make them any less competent? No, there is no issue of that sort. It's just key. Probably they were not able to write the best answer here, but otherwise they're fine. Is everyone okay? Okay, चलिए. So अब हम किस पर आ रहे हैं? Water resources पर. We are coming to water resources. Water is a fundamental resource. Okay, Sujit, very good. All people were writing. So what did I do? I asked you to read yesterday, then I asked you a test, then I explained you what all you should have written, and then we looked at that. It was a long exercise. Trust me, such exercises really, really transform your understanding and writing of answers. Rest बात करना आसान है. Okay, guys, this is conclusion, this is introduction, and I can do that. That's not what I believe is answer writing. I've done a lot of courses on answer writing for my students. I'm not offering anything of that sort. Get that? And especially to untrained students. किसी को भी बुला के आंसर पे प्रवचन देना is not a good idea. First give them the task, let them do, and then let's work. So जल्दी से बताइए water, how much water is there on the planet and how do you see things? They say that water is a scarce resource in plenty. Comment. So I want you to write this on a blank page and brainstorm. Jaldi se 30 seconds and then I'll start my ideas on this and then share with you. Yes. Shivam says got a new way to talk about policy. अरे policy में तो बहुत सारी चीजें. Policy का तो हमेशा think like government, supply side, or the side of the people, side of the party. So something of that sort. Policy भी सिखाएंगे, not now. But I hope you got an idea on how the policy answer was to be answered. तो इसमें बहुत सारे examples आ सकते हैं. Supply side management of the forest, and everyone, how do you like this framework for almost all resource policies? Policy on energy of India, policy on minerals of India, policy on water of India, policy on land of India, policy on crops of India, yes, policy on vaccine in India. Think about it. It's a very good framework. Everywhere, supply side points will change, demand side point will change. So supply side I want to increase the supply. Yes. So afforestation, upgradation, and conservation, whatever you have, at least retain that, upgrade it and afforest it. Yes. इसी में you can write Gram Sabha, somebody wanted to write in the tribal areas, you can have the tribal area committee, whatever you want to write, you can write. But if you have this idea, moment a policy comes, this is what confidence is about. And you can put in the government schemes also. Supply side management, like government of India started the Green India Mission. Green India Mission इसी में डालेगा. ठीक है. So demand side moderation. सेम अभी तो फॉरेस्ट की बात चल रही है ना, तो नल से जल मत करो. अभी नल से जल जो है ना वो कहीं और का है. जल जीवन मिशन रूरल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए हो, जो जबरदस्ती नहीं मार देना कि सचिन सर ने सप्लाई साइड मैनेजमेंट का सबका सप्लाई मार दिया. ये सुनो, पूरा सप्लाई कर दिया, डॉलर सप्लाई भी डाल दिया इसमें, ऑयल सप्लाई भी डाल दिया, बिकॉज सचिन सर अबे फॉरेस्ट की पॉलिसी तो फॉरेस्ट की सप्लाई। समटाइम्स सचिन सर ने कहा यही वाला मारना है उधर, पता है क्वेश्चन कम्स देयर अबाउट क्रॉप मैनेजमेंट, अबाउट राइस, एफॉरेस्टेशन। और ये मियावाकी के चाहने वाले जो नए नए सदमा में आए हैं, ये सुनो, जहां देखो मियावाकी मारेंगे, मियावाकी मत, कोई दिक्कत, एफॉरेस्टेशन में मियावाकी भी मारना। ऑलवेज रिमेंबर 12 सेंटेंस, दैट्स ऑल। Yes, Vidya, have you watched that movie 300? So the messenger tells Leonidas, my king, watch your words, they may be your last. Yes or no? And then uske baad Leonidas kicks him. That's a different story. So watch your words, your sentences. Respect your sentences and respect your illustrations. Answers are not written in words, answers are written in sentences. You are a collection of cells, but your body functions as organs. Yes or no? Organ systems. So words make sentences, but answers are sentences. I hope you got my message. तो जल्दी बताइए ऐसा क्यों है, क्यों कहते हैं हम लोग that water is a scarce resource in plenty? कोई है इसका ग्राउंड, ऐसे मन कर रहा है इसलिए कह दिया? Enough water but not enough usable. हाँ, ये बहुत अच्छा कहा आरिफ ने. Perfect. So everyone, why plenty? Because 70% of the planet is Earth. 70% Earth is covered by water. 70% is covered by water. That's perfectly okay. ठीक है. जैसे पोर्टेबल वाटर तो बहुत दूर की बात है, नॉर्मल बात करें, पोर्टेबल शोज कि यू आर लिविंग इन दिस वर्ल्ड एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. अभी मत सोचो, अभी बताता हूँ कितना पानी है हमारे पास. यू विल रियली फील द स्कैर्सिटी व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट दैट. लेट्स लुक एट व्हाट मेक्स इट स्कैर्स. सो डू आई डू द मैथमेटिक्स फॉर यू? So suppose this is 70% of Earth is 100% water on Earth. Yeah, that 97% is in oceans. So this is saline. Cannot be used for human consumption, other uses, and desalinization is not an easy process. Question mark. It can happen. Evaporation of salt water, water will evaporate, then it will condense, condensed water collected. इसको अपने स्कूल में, did you read a term called decantation? Water evaporates, comes back. That's decantation. Is everyone okay? 97% goes into that. Not easy. Not easy. How much is left? 3%. 2% is in ice caps. Where are ice caps? Mostly in the polar areas. Ice caps are the polar ice caps. Polar ice caps. This is fresh water. Amazing. But when these ice caps melt, where will they go? The water will melt and join the sea. Not available. What is left? 1% is fresh water available. So can I make a hit that out of all water, only 1% is available? Maybe the story has not ended. Let me make it further scarce. This fresh water is not available again. This is mostly as groundwater. Mostly this fresh water is groundwater. Let us assume that this 1% is 100 units. All fresh water that is available is 100 units. Is everyone with me? This 100 units, I want to tell you, this 100 units, 55 units are groundwater, 45 units are groundwater. So 100 consumed, everyone. Is it okay? Groundwater, please write down. I hope you're making this table. Some people keep asking me, sir, do we have to write? What do we have to write? Groundwater below depth of 750 meter. Remember 750 meter? मतलब कहाँ पर है वो? Where is it? It has gone deep inside and it is buried, and now the aquifers are also closed. You can't access it. It is trapped water in the rocks. So it is there. It is not being replenished. तो अंशिका मुझे नहीं पता बेड रॉक क्या होता है, रॉक में है और अब इजीली ये रिप्लेनिश नहीं हो सकता. Not replenished. ठीक है. This is above 750 meter. That means this can be recharged and used. Is everyone okay? So पानी तो खत्म हो गया. But sir, river did not come. River तो आया नहीं. होना तो चाहिए. Okay. So can I say 45 minus? Slightly less. Slightly less. Let us bring the third component. तो ये minus क्या है? Most of the water is in lakes. Most of the water is in lakes. Do we get that? Deepest lake, have you heard of Lake Baikal? Has fresh water. Second deepest lake, Tanganyika, fresh water. Lake Superior, largest lake, fresh water. इन्हीं में पानी. Do we get that? Lakes के बाद मैं कहूँगा कुछ rivers में भी आ जाता है. Some soil moisture. Some of it is in atmosphere. And some of it is in biotic components. Is everyone okay? So अपने लिए कौन सा पानी available है? Human beings. Is it scarce or not? थोड़ा बहुत हम यहाँ से लेते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत हम यहाँ से लेते हैं. Do you get the comment? Quantitatively, I have said that this is there. और हम काउंट किसे करते हैं? वैसे तो the world is running on groundwater. This atmospheric water comes as rain. Rain brings flood. Soil moisture. Soil has moisture. Remember, we otherwise have to irrigate it. Sometimes it becomes waterlogged. Rivers have water. Lakes have water. But they do this level fluctuate or not? Can I say the water table? The groundwater decides the lake of the level and the wells and the tube wells. Yes or no? If the groundwater goes down, that also goes down. River, is it dependent on? Is it dependent on the rainfall? Rainfall, atmospheric water, and all this gets recycled. And recycled in what? The amazing part of water is that it is the most fundamental resource. It is free. No, it is not free, and it is recycled. It is not free. Human beings have started selling this nature's gift. True or not? A huge population in the world is deprived of water. A huge population in the world is deprived of water. It's a very, very big challenge. True. Spatio-temporal availability is highly variable. Water is a business? Yes. Sneha, soon air will be a business. Yes or no? So probably 25 years ago, we started hearing about water purifiers. Yes, AquaGuard. Those things started coming 25 years ago. Today we can't think of water without a purifier. Yes or no? Today we can't think of water without a purifier. I do not know who would drink water directly from the river in the plains. Maybe in the mountains they can. Maybe in the mountains they can. In the plains they can't. So much so, talking of Ganga, it is said that Ganga enters the plain at Haridwar. After Haridwar, it ceases to be potable. Potable means if you keep it in a pot, the impurities will settle and then you can drink it. It is no longer drinkable. Just entering the plains. And remember, Ganga has to cleanse so many sins. कितनों के पाप धोने. हरिद्वार से धोना शुरू करती. Yes. धोते धोते यूपी धोएगा, बिहार, and then West Bengal, and then Bangladesh. True or not? And we will continue. It's the source of livelihood. It provides water. It provides everything. True or not? गंगा का बेटा हूँ, नमामि गंगा है, और गंगा पे न जाने कितनों ने दान दे दी. But the river continues to be dirty. Yes or no? So spatio-temporal availability in quality terms and quantity terms, and very big problem in quality terms. Are we polluting them or not? Are we polluting them? Commercial, yes, the commercialization of it, commodification of it, big challenge. I think it was considered seriously, when we are talking about Indian culture. People drinking water, आपके घर आते थे, कोई भी रुक कर पानी मांग सकता था कि नहीं? I don't know, have you seen that or not? But people walking and they would stop and they would knock and they would say, can I have water? True. पानी पिलाना पुण्य का काम. What is that punya with 1 liter of bottle costing you 350 rupees? Sujit is saying this is common in my village. I also see, Sujit, there were times, people would make sure that there is outside the house, there is some place where there is water even for animals. रखा जाता था. Such traditions, we belong to that. They're all gone. True or not? And now people fight on water. बटन नहीं दबाया, मोटर से पानी नहीं भरा, मेरे घर का पानी ये वो everything. We keep that. That's there. And I also want to tell you, somebody said, Sneha says my dada, so she's talking about her grandfather. Sneha, your grandfather was living in different times. The population of India was not that as it is today. The per capita availability of water that was there in the time of your grandfather has changed. India is endowed with 4% of the water resource of the world and feeding 17% of the population today, which was not the case of your grandfather. Yes or no? Do we agree? True. So there's a lot that has changed. The glaciers are no longer glaciers. The atmosphere is no longer, the rainfall is no longer the rainfall that it was. So it's very easy. It's very easy to be in the class and say, "Yare pani pani," or "Aisa purane zamane mein hota tha." But I just draw a lot of heart and courage from the fact. That we belong to that culture. Deep down, our value system, our ethics are like that. So when it comes to this, I think we can be the ones who can show the path. True or not? So you go to the best of the hotels. You go to a 5-star hotel. Yes. And you sit over there on the table and he says, what water do you want? Regular water or bottled water? Bottled water may charge you ₹1,000 for a bottle per liter. Now tell me, if there is water in a five-star hotel, do I expect it to be clean? I'm sure nali se to nahi laega. I'm sure he has not got it from the drain. True or not? Sure, not got it from the drain. But then there are people who would say, okay, this much for drinking, वो room में बाकी भिजवाना, for bathing also I will take bottled water. नहाने के लिए भी bottled water. Look at the disparity also. So when the paradox of water comes, when I say water is a resource, scarce resource in plenty, it might be plenty for the rich people. True or not? Your income today can also decide your access to water. That's a very, very sad thing. True or not? और मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं, in the cities, water comes, who brings it? The municipal corporation, yes or no? People who don't have an address, the homeless people, or the Ghumantus, or the Banjaras, or the nomads, they are one of the worst hit when it comes to these water shortages. They have no address. Yes or no? Pani aayega kahan se? I'm not talking about animals, because we don't think about them much. Man is so self-centered that he doesn't have time for animals. But I'm very, very clear that these are the challenges which even humans face when they don't have the economic power. They don't live at a, like basic needs to roti, kapda, makan, home, which is shelter, food, clothing, and even I would want to add energy to this. When they don't have this, if they don't have these things, water becomes a challenge. And do we have so many people in India who don't have access to this? So shortage of water in the world is a humanitarian crisis. It is a humanitarian crisis, and it is also a human shame. Something in nature we will not be able to do that. Surjit is saying, sir, Bakarwal suffer a lot in my area. Not only Bakarwal, Surjit, I'm saying everywhere in the world. And Surjit, think about refugees, internally displaced people because of civil war. Rohingyas, Yazidis. You hear of so much of Kashmir files, Kashmiri Pandits at that time. Indo-Pak partition. True. Recently, Sri Lanka. True or not? बहुत बड़े challenges आने वाले भाई. Big things. So everywhere we are talking about, don't think that water is such an easy resource क्योंकि हमें मिला हुआ है. That is why we never come to that. So when I want my student to listen to the statement, water is a scarce resource in plenty, you must listen to it with the heart that is needed, that how scarce it is. And I want to tell you, it is scarce in quantitative terms as well as qualitative terms. In quantitative terms, we have limited water. So can I show you some of the quantitative terms? So first I would talk, one is a water cycle in a quantitative terms, and then second I will give you CWC data on water available in India. Is everyone okay? Chale. Two things I'm going to talk about. Water cycle is a theoretical idea. CWC data is a practical, empirical idea. How would you use in the answer? You decide. My job as a teacher is first to introduce things to you. Get that? Let's go to water cycle. Water cycle. Oceans. What are they? These are the reservoir pool. People who did paper 1 with me, I hope you remember this term called reservoir pool when I talked about biogeographic or biogeochemical cycles. Yes, the principal source where most of the water lies. Remember, 97% of the water is here. So that place is called reservoir pool. If I'm talking of nitrogen, then the reservoir pool will be atmosphere. Suppose there is a molecule X. What will happen? It will evaporate. Then it will condense and form clouds. And these clouds will cause rain. Yes or no? And that rain will fall on the mountains and freeze. Yes, can I call them ice caps? Will flow on the surface as rivers, ponds, reservoir, will percolate down and form what? Ground water. Is everyone okay? and all of that will eventually come back to the ocean. This will complete the cycle. Is everyone okay? This is called hydrological cycle. Now I said quantitative. Suppose there are 100 units in the atmosphere. We begin from atmosphere. Okay, that this will rain down. Yes or no? Rain will fall. All of it will not fall in the ocean, or will it fall in the ocean? 79 units. How much is remaining? 21 units. Can I say land precipitation? And 79 units here. Everyone 100 units sent down. Now from the land will there be evaporation? What do we call it? Evapotranspiration. Do we get that? 12 units will be lost in this. So how many came? 21. 12 are gone, evapotranspiration. And here we see that remaining 9 units will come back as what? As runoff. Everyone, 21 of that side taken care of. Some of it will freeze also, some of it will go in groundwater. Everywhere they are going. This point X will travel everywhere. It can be anywhere, but eventually it will come back. It can go in the atmosphere also. So total that is there. Is everyone okay? T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. What are T? T means residence time. How long does that molecule X? How long does that molecule X remain in that system? How long does it stay in the cloud? How long does it stay as part of runoff? How long does it stay as groundwater? Yes or no? That is called residence time. Is everyone okay? Now 79 came back, but oceans are vast. And evaporation keeps on happening everywhere on the ocean surface. Yes or no? So how much evaporation happens? Evaporation. Can I say evaporation? 88 units. From land, 12 units. So total how many units are the evaporation? Total how many units are evaporation? Everyone? 100 units. Total how many units was precipitation? 100 units. Is it balanced? That is why I said quantitative water cycle. Is everyone okay? Who made this? Nature made this. Okay. It is the mango season. Yes. I like to enjoy mangoes. Okay. But mango season will finish. Is there any chance that I can enjoy mango even after that? Is there any chance that I can enjoy mango even after that? How? How? So put it in the fridge, cold storage. They will have a life here. They will have a life. So you can use some other form of mango. So preserve कर लीजिए. Means so you can pickle them. अचार बन सकता है pickle. Yes. Sir मजा रोज ऐड आता है fresh mango जहाँ चाहिए मजा आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? मजा people are doing that. Yes. Can I make mango marmalade? आपके यहाँ मुरब्बा बनता है mango chutney and all that. Does it stay for 2-3 months? Possible or not? Dried mango, sir. Dried mango juice पता नहीं. Yes. I also heard something called as amchur powder. खट्टे उसका भी होता है. So mango jam. Perfect. So there are ways of increasing the life of mango. Possible? I'm saying water is coming. Is there a way of increasing the time that water stays over there? So if you put it in ice cap, no, the water is trapped. Remember, molecule X was supposed to fall as rain and come back. But if it goes in the ice cap, is it trapped or not? It is trapped. Yes. If it goes into groundwater, is it trapped? Trapped. If it is in the river, is it trapped? The river will flow. It is therein, but it will reach the sea. So out of the three, if molecule X leaves the ocean, everyone, molecule X leaves the ocean and it becomes a part of ice cap or groundwater or river, which way will it come back to the oceans at the earliest? River, groundwater, or ice cap? River will bring it back fast. And if I bring cloud also, cloud versus river, who will bring it back fast? So cloud to same day, sir. Abhi evaporate hua, evening mein wapas kar dega. Can it come back in the evening? So cloud has low residence time. River has longer residence time. True or not? Okay. And groundwater and ice cap are much longer. Okay, tell me one thing. You go to deposit money in the bank. You say, I want to make a fixed deposit of 10,000 rupees. And he says, okay, if you make a fixed deposit of 10,000 rupees for 6 months, I will give you 4% interest. But if you deposit it for 5 years, I will give you 6% interest. Have you heard something like this? The longer the duration, the more he's willing to give you the interest. True. Longer the thing stays, the better it is. Because if the water is going, if there is too much water on the surface, that will cause flood. True or not? And if there is too much water in groundwater, even if there is no water on the surface, the groundwater still keeps soil moisture, still keeps the water bodies alive. Yes or no? So wise people tell their younger ones to save for the bad day, to conserve, to preserve, to be patient. Yes or no? But young people have a lot of energy. अरे सर आप क्या पढ़ा रहे हो सर 2.5 घंटे में 2 घंटे का माल निकला है in your coconut sir I did not get 2 glasses of water. True. So very clear. Nature also, we are becoming those restless people. Groundwater से तो निकाल रहे हैं. Aren't we pumping out from groundwater? Because of global warming, aren't the ice caps going? Read the news in today. Godavari, remember? Godavari basin, Marathwada, विदर्भ वहां पानी नहीं मिलता है. Flood पे चल रहा है. Yes or no? Flood warning आ गया कि नहीं उधर? So all the rivers will have flood warning. When the water comes from the sky, that comes as cloud burst. So we have successfully caused increased water supply through cyclones, through cloud burst, and through heavy rainfall. We have successfully increased the water on the rivers, and we have successfully melted our glaciers and depleted our groundwater, which is a reserve, which is an insurance, which is the family wealth of humanity. So are we working smartly? Anthropological modification. What have we done? Listen to this and tell me if you agree. We have accelerated the hydrological cycle. Because jahan lamba rehta hai, the places where the water remains long, we have removed it from there. The water is running very fast. Remember, you're walking on a treadmill and it has become so fast you can't keep pace with it. Will you fall or not? So one is we've accelerated the hydrological cycle, and second is we have polluted or caused qualitative degeneration. Do we agree or not? Ask your grandfather about life today. Your grandfather will say life today is in a fast lane and nothing is pure. Everything is adulterated. True or not? Your grandfather will say there was time for rest. We also worked. But we also took rest. We also had stories. We also had time for each other. These days you don't have time. And what food are you eating? What air are you breathing? What water are you drinking? All this is polluted. Yes, sir. All this is degenerated. True. Same for the forest. Your grandfather would have thought of the forest. He would have probably visited some of those natural sites. He would have loved to see his grandchildren also visit it. Unfortunately, they are no longer there. They are only stories that he or she tells. If grandmother is their grandparents, कहानी सुनाते हैं आपको, सुनाते हैं नहीं सुनाते? अरे वो हुआ करता था, ये हुआ करता था. And then we kids, say, this dada dadi, no grandparents, they and their stories. हमारे टाइम में ये, हमारे टाइम में वो, हमारे टाइम में ये. ठीक है यार. Things have really not taken a change for a sustainable side. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm not saying, like you have to listen to KL Sehgal, those slow songs. But I'm saying this pop generation that we are talking of, pop generation should not be pop pills generation, that you can keep on popping pills for everything. Pills for vitamins, pills for minerals, pills for carbohydrates, then pills for good heartbeat, pills for weight loss. वो भी खाकर कम कर रहा है. कैसा? सर आप तो टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. I don't know. This is what the idea is. So people who feel कि सर ये तो टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है, तो यहाँ बहुत कुछ लिखा गया. Fresh water is a finite resource. I know what I am doing. I have a plan. I know what I am doing. If you can't trust my plan, उसी मंदिर में जाओ ना जहाँ पे विश्वास हो. ये सब हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल मैंने बता दी. इतना ना पढ़े तो चलेगा. True. I am not reading it. Will you read it? This is the hydrological cycle. Evaporation, precipitation, advection, convection. Sir, this diagram is there. Why did you make us draw? Draw it. काम आएगा. Residence time. Rivers में 2 weeks रहता है. Atmosphere में 10 days में वापस. Do you know if it reaches soil 20 to 50 weeks? Groundwater में how much? 10,000 years तक जा सकता है. Groundwaters are the buckets of the planet. And if it goes in the ocean में भी 3600 years. That's huge. Yes, sir? This already we've talked of. और ये क्या हुआ है ये भी मैंने आपसे डिस्कस कर लिया है. ये और डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. Impact of deforestation on hydro. Remember forest? We have already done. How does deforestation impact? So can we draw this diagram? So I was surprised, I've been teaching this for 15 years. A coaching institute in Delhi was teaching, and the teacher said, ये देखो तुमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं होगा. था अपना ही student from our institute जाके कहानी कुछ भी. जब बोलेगा मैं थोड़ी उससे पढ़ूंगा. नोट्स तो तुम्हारे पास भी आएंगे. all water that we get, all precipitation, in the time of your grandparents, or their great grandparents, most of the water was going towards groundwater, infiltration, percolation. Is everyone okay? Some of it will go to the rivers as part of surface runoff, and some of it will go as evaporation. Is everyone okay? Another way of looking at the hydrological cycle. Are you with me on this, everyone? Now, this is cycle with forest and vegetation. No human interference. No human interference. Now I want to say, when human beings come into the picture, I'll read that Neeraj in a while. Neeraj has written something. Well, first let me write down. With depleted forest and vegetal cover. Human impact. What happens to this? So the water remains the same, but now the percolation. Remember concretization and everything. When the trees are not there, will the percolation reduce? If the percolation reduces, then what will happen? The water, more water will come on the surface. True or not? More water on the surface, so much that we can't manage it. Runoff has increased, so this will cause floods. Definite floods are going to be there. Can I say this? What can I say? My insurance against drought is shrinking or not? Yes or no? So everyone, I have a salary of 50,000 rupees. I have a salary of 50,000 rupees. Okay, my house and my house rent, my son's education and everything costs me maybe 20,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees. Yes, sir, 30,000 rupees. Okay, that I may throw some party to my friends, some good day, my birthday, my promotion day. I'll give them samosa and coke party. Yes, some people have this smoking expenditure. Some may have drinking expenditure also. यार थोड़ा बहुत पीता है, 10,000 रुपये उसमें उड़ा देता है. ठीक है, and 10,000 he saves saving. Now imagine he wonders ये सब कहाँ बैंक में जाना है. Live life king size. एक ही लाइफ है, क्या टेंशन है? एक ही लाइफ है, एक बार में एक नहीं 2 सिगरेट पीऊंगा, एक इधर लगाएगा, इधर लगाएगा. ट्रू और नॉट? एंड सिगरेट भी लोकल वाली क्यों पीऊंगा, इंटरनेशनल पीऊंगा, और उसमें सब मसाला भर के पीऊंगा. ट्रू और नॉट? जुमा केसरी भी डालूंगा उसमें. सो आई यूज दिस ऑल्सो. ठीक है, और फिर एक बॉटल से मेरा क्या होगा? मुझे 4 बॉटल चाहिए. थोड़ा सा लाइट एंड इजी रहने के लिए आई नीड मोर. So that fellow decides to spend more on alcohol also. So needs 5,000. What does he do? Cuts into this. बेटे की ट्यूशन बंद. No tuition for you. बहुत हो गया वे. इतना फीस दे रहा हूँ, पढ़ाई करो. No tuition, 25,000. This also gone. Yes or no? And because of all this, he does not realize his health bill has also gone up. Yes or no? Emergency, he has to spend another 10,000 on that. 15,000 on health emergency. 10,000 बचा है. बेटे को स्कूल से भी निकाल लिया है. No more school for you. जाकर दुकान खोलो. दुकान नहीं खोल सकते, कोई बात नहीं. ट्रोल आर्मी ज्वाइन कर लो. ट्रोल करना है तुमको, जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टी बोलेगी उसको ज्वाइन करो. रैली में चले जाया करो. समोसा भी फ्री मिलता है. शाम को जो बॉटल फ्री मिलेगी, बॉटल मेरे लिए ले आना. ट्रू और नॉट? Is this a suicidal person or not? Is this a suicidal person or not? And have you heard of people spoiling their life because of such addictions and such short-sightedness? Yes or no? So please don't feel sad about this person. ये तो fictitious person है. What you should be sad about is what is on the screen. This is real. Yes or no? Party कौन कर रहा है? हम लोग कर रहे हैं. We are living life king size. Yes or no? We are polluting everything without bothering. We are over consuming, over irrigating without bothering. Yes or no? Who's bothered? अरे अपने को मिलता है तो क्या टेंशन है, बाकी गए फाड़ में. And have the, because the global warming temperature has increased, has this component also increased or not? So what will this cause? Extreme weather events, disasters. So disaster bill has increased. यहाँ पर क्या हो जाता है? Drought is also there. So just like the person was having health issues, the planet is having health issues also. And we children are enjoying oblivious. And what do we say? I think environment and development must go hand in hand. Blah, blah, blah. True or not? The reality is this. This is who's writing this. मैंने कमेंट मिस किया. नीरज is writing. My दादी told us हमारे खेत के ट्यूबवेल से रेनी सीजन में पानी ओवरफ्लो होता था, but now all got dry and colony made over that. So true. There was no need for tube well. There were wells, and wells will start overflowing. Why will the wells start overflowing? Remember, groundwater, water table will come to that level. Your groundwater is recharged to that level. True or not? Yes or no? So everyone. My salary is 50,000 rupees. My salary is 50,000 rupees. You know? And my grandfather left me 50 crore rupees. कितने होते हैं 0 crore में? अविश्वसनीय, अद्भुत. 50 crore rupees. So good. कहाँ मिलते हैं ऐसे दादा? अंबानी के होंगे, मतलब अंबानी के पोते कहेंगे. 50 crore rupees, and he's put it in the bank. And how much do I get out of this? I get 12% interest on this. 12% per annum. Everyone, do we get that? So कितना हो गया? जल्दी से बता दो. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 60 lakh rupees यार. 60 lakh rupees. I get per annum, per year. How much per month? How much per month? 5 lakh per month. Now tell me, my salary is 50,000. If Dadaji made such provision for me, will I ever touch my salary? Do I need to touch my salary? So Mother Nature gave us this. Mother Nature gave us groundwater. कोई टेंशन नहीं थी. Hear that? We never respected that groundwater. Where was groundwater? It was in this rock. It was trapped in this rock. What rock is this? Impermeable. Yes or no? So there was water, full of water in this. Where was I living? I was living in this area. My plains had this farm. Yes or no? So when rain used to fall, groundwater used to get recharged. Yes or no? And it used to come to my surface. True. Irrigation, no irrigation, my soil always had moisture. When I need it, I'll put a well and bring it out. But over irrigation, concretization, everything, or in fact, I must keep everything as impermeable. Everything is porous. Everything is porous. Do we get that? And what is this? Groundwater. And groundwater table, does it fluctuate or not? Depending on the season, it will fluctuate. And we had agricultural farms. We always were doing that. Now what we did was, we made this all concrete city. Only this one is the farm. Yes or no? Only this one is the farm. Gradually, the groundwater went down. Okay, that? Where is it right now? It is here. So I have to dig a well and a tube well, and then water comes. It doesn't come also at times. True or not? And you know, worst what happened? This is nature's bucket. Remember, water gives buoyancy. As this became empty, the layers became very heavy and it crashed. Aquifer destroyed forever. Nature's bucket destroyed forever. Can you imagine what serious issue it can have? Or I can tell you one more thing. These are oceans. Yes or no? Previously, the groundwater level was quite up. Yes? True. Now what happens is, because of the difference in hydraulic pressure, can you see this hydraulic pressure? Ocean water may enter This is called sea water ingress. What is this called? Sea water ingress. What will happen to my groundwater? So in coastal areas, sea water ingress can happen. In non-coastal area, these aquifers may collapse. In both cases, is the damage happening or not? Yes or no? I have finished whatever my grandfather had because moment I got 60 lakh rupees, I went to Goa to play Jua at casino. Yes or no? I thought that I'm the luckiest man on the planet. My grandfather left me all that money, 5 lakh rupees per month, let me go to Goa to play casino, to gamble, not realizing that the casino wala is luckier than me. True or not? He has taken the luck of many people. He has the combined luck. क्यों? He is Akshay Kumar. अपना luck पहन के निकलता है. True or not? The ultimate देशभक्त जो आम के सीजन में चूस के भी खाता है, काट के भी खाता है, बट अपने लिए खाता है. अभी रक्षाबंधन पे भी खाएगा. खा रहा है कि नहीं? देश के नाम पे खाएगा, देशभक्ति के नाम पे खाएगा, अभी हमारे रिश्तों के नाम पर भी खाएगा और जुबा केसरी में उड़ाएगा. There are luckier people than him. The day you feel you are the luckiest, think about Akshay Kumar. अपना luck पहन के निकलो. Is everyone okay? Sir, why did you tell this story? Sir, you wasting my time. अरे important. एग्जाम में बना क्या आएगा? इधर भी बना के दिया. चित्र. Is everyone okay? The debate part. What was I supposed to teach you? I was supposed to teach you two things. Number one, क्या पढ़ाना था? इधर गया, दो चीज बताया था मैंने. Quantitatively, I will teach you two things. दिख नहीं रहा वैसे मुझे. Water cycle done. One more quantitative thing I told you. Amount of water. CWC. Yes. CWC. Central Water Commission ने जो हमें बताया है, वो भी तो बताना है आपको. This part is done. First part is done. Everyone okay? Comfortable with that? Water resources of India. Just like we had examined the forest resources of India, we'll have water resources of India. So I'll also be talking about CWC data after this. कुछ लोग ऐसे break मांग रहे हैं बेदर्दी से. So let's have a 5-minute break. 5:05 पे मिलेंगे. 5:05 PM I will meet you. Get that? Perfect. Wait. Everyone, are we back? Okay, perfect. Where are we now? So tomorrow कल एक special session रखा है मैंने. Everybody, do you see a special session on my profile tomorrow? Can you see that? So कल ये करेंगे. We will be doing this tomorrow. So you can register on this. Tomorrow we'll be doing this. So basin wise average flow of utilizable water. कल हम rivers की pointing and everything we are looking at. You know, many people have sent me the message, sir, after that map pointing class, the fear of pointing and a lot of understanding has come. So we'll be going into that, and I want to tell you 40% of the surface river water is in the basin of Indus, Ganga and Meghna, Brahmaputra river. 40% of the surface water is there. So we are looking at water resources of India. Although India occupies 3.29 million square kilometer, 2.4% of the world's land, 15 ki jagah up to 17% of the world's population in 2001 ka hai. Census did not happen because of the COVID after that. And we are also looking at like 4% of the water resources, as I said, on the surface that is there. So thoda sa CWC se jana chahta hu. I want to show you some more data. So this is not the slide which I want to tell you, but because this question came on river basins, everyone, can you read something on that? And I am looking at this. My topic is groundwater resource and surface water resource. This is what I want to talk in this remaining around half an hour. So every day I am ending the class at 5:30, 5:45. I hope you're giving me that 15 minutes for that answer. Get that? Please allow me that freedom. It is for your benefit. Do that. Okay, let me upload the data for all of you. Okay, where is the data? Water resource. The land use data. I need water resource. So everyone, the table is coming, and I'll be showing you on the table, so don't worry, it is all there. What is the resource? John F. Kennedy once said that anyone who can solve the problem of water will be worthy of 2 Nobel Prizes. One for peace, because water will cause wars. आपने सुना next war will be fought on water. So he said it beautifully. एक तो war नहीं होगा तो peace होगा. दूसरा, you solve the problem of a science also. That's huge. So anyone who does that on waterfront will do a very, very big favor to the world. That is what is meant by this. Water will increasingly dominate national and international politics. Everyone, please get that. Somebody asked me, sir, how to make the introduction conclusion powerful. So these discussions which I do along with the topic, these are the ones which set context for that. It may well be true that the most bitter conflicts in the next 50 years will not be on oil, but on water. Already, almost 1 billion people in the world live without access to clean water. 1 billion people, which is more now. The sustainability of human development is being threatened because of the scarcity of water, and climate change has made the problem worse. Any of these ideas can be used in your introduction or your conclusion. So whatever material I give you, kindly use it with a lot of sense of purpose when we are looking at that. And in this thirst for water that may become critical for ensuring political, social, economic stability, how we manage this valuable resource is going to be crucial for our future. Remember, answers are written in sentences. Do you like this sentence for conclusion? I said answers are written in sentences. Do you like this sentence for conclusion? Get that? So for ecology, I memorized the sentence. For ecosystem, sustainable development, I memorized the sentence. I really like that. The sentence says, man did not weave the web of life. Man did not weave the web of life. Whatever he does to the web, he does it to himself. Good line for sustainable development, that we are causing so much of ecological degradation and everything. So can I say, man must take timely action because man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. True. So ये powerful sentences हैं. ये sentences अगर आपके पास हैं, if you have these sentences, you're going to make a difference. Now there will be pessimists, there will be lazy people who are not going to write an answer. They'll say, how many sentences will I remember? एक कर लो, एक काफी. One is enough. True or not? एक तो शुरू करो. Moment you do that, more will come. Indian scenario. Now this is what I want. The table is there for you, so nobody is making that table. कितना population अपने पास? 17%. कितना area? 2.4%. How much water? This is there. Get that? Rank in per capita availability, we are 132 rank, which is the low rank. Yes or no? Rank in water quality, again very low. Annual average rainfall. Everyone, can I say around 116 centimeter every year? World average is ज़्यादा, more than world average. Remember I told you that water may be scarce, but how much are we getting? We are every year getting a tank of the dimensions of India, 3.29 million square kilometer. That gets filled up by how much? 1.16 meter. ये तो बहुत अच्छा पानी है. True or not? Everyone, if I have my income giving me this, should I go into my family savings? Should I go into my family savings? ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. So India is very well placed, better than global average. But there is a catch. Do you know what is the catch? The catch is on the next page. Catch is here. How much do we get? ये याद रखना है. 4,000 billion cubic meters. What is BCM? billion cubic meters annually. 100% of the water is this. Remember from my climate lectures, 75 comes in May, June, July, August. 15th May, June, July, August, September. How many months? 4 months. 75% will come in 4 months. So can I say temporal variability? And out of the 4,000, I cannot avoid it. Evaporation will also happen. Around 50% as it is going to be loss. True or not? Remember, if it is in glacier or is it in groundwater, then the loss can be reduced. But remember, soil and evaporation, I cannot. Is everyone okay? So, everyone, how much reaches the river? 4,000 minus 2,131. How much is it? 46% reaches the river. 53% is lost. Is everyone okay? ये गाढ़े पसीने की कमाई है. 1869 BCM is what we get. Is everyone okay? Our rivers have that. And remember, of this, 40% is where? Which rivers? Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. Can I say spatial variability? Am I okay that I am training you how to read data also? How can we convert data into points? India is blessed with 4,000 BCM, but those 4,000, 3,000 will come at that time, and out of those 4,000, only 1869 goes into the rivers, and that too 40% is in those rivers. Baki river mein to mal bhi kam hai. Get that? Is everyone okay? Now, everyone, I want to tell you that when I order for my favorite sweet or rabdi or malai or whatever, when it comes in the cup, even ice cream, I like to have all the ice cream, but thoda sa ice cream फिर भी रह जाता है. Some ice cream still remains in the tub or not, in the glass, in the cup. Yes, the greedy people put their mouth also inside that, like cow, like the cat, like the dog. You want to lick it off. True or not? Not all water 1869 can be utilized. Rivers may be at such locations that you cannot use it. It is, rapids, waterfalls. Yes, many other losses are happening. Not all is utilizable. So इसमें से भी 1869 में से इतना ही निकल सकता है. Everyone, finally, a figure to remember. Will you remember कितना अपने पास utilizable water resource है? 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Remember forest, 31% is equal to 4 billion hectares. Can you remember how much BCM of water does India get? 1, 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Will you remember that formula? Now, some of that is in river, 690 is in river, 433 is in groundwater. ये data याद करना है. Everyone, this is quantitative. Please remember this data to memorize. CWC, Central Water Commission, has told us that this is the water that we have. So if a question comes, just like today's question, assess the water resources of India as per CWC. 4,000 BCM is what India receives, 3,000 goes out, and finally, the utilizable water is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, 1, 1, 2, 3 BCM, of which 690 is this. So can I say 4:6 ke combination mein? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4:6 ka ratio. Can you remember that? Is everyone okay? So how much is available? How much is available? So your salary is 50,000 rupees and your expenditure is 60,000 rupees. Are you going to be deficit or are you going to be surplus? Salary and expenditure. So deficit. So everyone, 1, 1, 2, 3, can I say is our salary? As per CWC, our estimated water needs in 250 will be 1450. Jaldi se batao, this is available, this is there. Are we heading for a deficit days or for surplus days? So deficit hone wala hai. Is a high population going to solve the problem or make the problem worse? Solve the problem or make the problem worse? High population, irrespective of the religion, भैया. More population resource imbalance. आपका resource है भाई इतना. Your water resource is this much and that too depleting, and your population is increasing. ये point आएगा. This point को cross करने के बाद क्या हो जाएगा? Deficit begins. Yes or no? Where are we right now? Maybe अभी थोड़ा सा surplus है. By 2050 कहानी finish. मुझे लगता है मैं तो निपट लूंगा तब तक. मैं भी प्यासा ही मर जाऊं. होता है ना हिंदी फिल्म में डायलॉग, कोई पानी पूछने वाला भी नहीं मिलेगा. तो पानी होगा तो पूछेगा. चैलेंज. ट्रू और नॉट? नमन, नहीं सर, साथ में स्ट्रगल करेंगे हम. अरे वाह नमन, सही है. सर आप आगे बढ़ो, हम आपके साथ हैं. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग. ये तो मैं 2050 चल रहा हूँ. नो, आई हैव वन मोर अलार्म टू रेज. ये क्लाइमेट चेंज भी तो है. मुझे तो लग रहा है ये मामला 2035 तक निपट लेगा. जो करना कर लो, जो जीना जी लो, जो खाना खा लो, जो पीना पी लो. ऐसे मोदी जी कुछ कह रहे थे तो कर लो भाई, जो करना कर लो. आयुष इज वेरी रिस्किंग. हमारे टाइम में टैप में पानी आता था. या ट्रू है ना? क्या बात करो, टैप में आता था. Your personal water, beta, personal water. Our teacher, no, while teaching, he used to have water. After everything gone, India will be net zero. Net zero, right? So I was in Kuwait, okay. So my ship reached Kuwait. So तुम तो पानी की चिंता करो ना, you are about drinking water. World में और भी tensions. So I reached Kuwait and there was this officer, who came on the ship. He was the pilot, and he was helping us navigate. प्रियंक बोलेगा हम लोग डेली नहाते भी थे और धोते भी थे. So the pilot came, and I'm talking about, when am I talking about? Not today, not 2022. I am talking about, I think 2003 Kuwait. Okay. So the pilot comes and he parks the ship and everything is there. Now he's leaving. So he said, I want to go to the washroom. He went to the washroom. He came back. And he was looking, like different. I said, what happened? He said, can I get one roll of toilet paper? I said, maybe Mamla Nazuk, maybe something with his digestion. I said, yes, you can have, no problem. And he thought I will say no, but the way I said yes, he said, can I have two? I go, yaar, पूरे घर के बदल लाएंगे, इसको पूरा पैक दे. Do you want a pack? I gave him a pack of 6 roll of toilet papers. वो बेचारा रोने लगा. He said, what happened? What serious issue, or what is with your tummy? He said, no, the issue is not with this. Issue is Iraq doesn't have water. Now not only for drinking. 2003. He says we get drinking water as community places. We go over there, they give us water. Iraq. He said there's no electricity also. No electricity. That was the time when Saddam Hussein was killed. So Saddam Hussein के बाद ही गया मैं, जब भी हुआ, I think 2003 ही है शायद. He said there's no electricity. Sri Lanka होने वाला है. He said there's no electricity, but the only good thing is Iraq has a lot of oil. So I have a car. In that car, I take my tank full, and at night my car is on. I'm driving also, and the AC is on. In such a desert area, we need the AC also. So my children sleep in the car. Pani ke liye we go for that community. But I hope you understand, toilet paper is an important thing. Think about it, the blessings that we have. You get that? And I'm saying India is going to be a stressed nation. ये तो हमारा इंडिया की बात हो रही है. I'm saying these desert countries have lost it. Dubai is luxury. Dubai is an ecological crime on this planet. जो मांगोगे दुबई में मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा? Desert. So the energy and everything that they will have. Yes or no? Yes. The cursor is not working. What happened? Is the audio video fine, everyone, or is it just with my computer? As long as it is working, so let me go to the next one. Is everyone okay? Can we remember this data? This is very, very important data which I'm talking to you. Annual utilizable water, as per Central Water Commission, has been making periodic assessments. Total, remember, runoff is 1869. This constitutes a little over 4% of the total river flow of the world. This is just 4% of the total river flow of the world. However, due to various constraints of topography, uneven distribution over space and time, I told you only how much is usable: 1123, and 690 is surface, and 433 is groundwater. Seasonal variability, as I told you, out of the 4000, 1869 हमने कर दिया है. Time and space, we talk Himalayan rivers where there is some flow due to snow melt. About 80% of the total annual flow takes place within these 4 monsoon months. This also, sorry, we have talked about. Now this is very important. Please note down, everyone. Please. This is important. According to the international norms, a country is categorized if its per capita availability is 1700 cubic meter per capita, and if it is 1000, it is there. Everyone, I want to tell you that 1991 we were 2309. So where were we? We were comfortable. Remember your grandparents' time? Comfortable. 2001, when you were about to be born, yes or no? Some of you were already born. Yes, we were 1902. Was it still above that water stress level? However, by 2025 it is projected we will be 14, and 2050 we will be 11. And you know what WHO क्या कहता है? Healthy होने के लिए कितना होना चाहिए? 5000 meter cube per capita. Possible ही नहीं. Possible ही नहीं. Is everyone okay? Per capita availability in 2010 was 1588. Get that? And at the time of independence, ये तो कांग्रेस सरकार ने किया लगता है. सोचो WHO level को comply कर रहे थे. So my father was born at the time, like when partition had just happened. True. So he lived in a time when 5200 cubic meters of water was there in the country. He lost one of his brothers who went for swimming in a river and died in a vortex. People would jump into the river, and that was the water. Water was potable, water was drinkable. Is everyone with me on this? Everyone, am I audible, visible? Comment to be chal rahe ki nahi chal rahe? So everyone, your grandparents have seen this time, and you are going to see the time what? 1190. And in climate change, have the things become worse or not? The things have become further worse, true or not? That's the situation that we're talking about. Is everyone okay? I'm talking about quantitative. Everyone, when it talks about spatial, I will not be talking spatial in this class, because after this, tomorrow what starts? Agriculture. And in agriculture, I will bring irrigation, and there also water will come. Is everyone okay? Future demand of the water is going to increase due to rapid rise in population and growing economy. Does a growing economy also require water? वो जो हाईवे बने जो डूब गए वो अलग बात है, बट हाईवे में भी तो पैसा लगा होगा, पानी भी लगेगा. There will be continuous increase in demand for water, and it will become scarce in the coming decades. Trans basin transfer आपने सुना है? River basin interlinking होना चाहिए नहीं होना चाहिए, जल्दी बताओ. River interlinking, everyone, it will give us extra water, and how much? 200 BCM मिलने वाला है. Everyone, if we connect the rivers, what will come? 200 BCM. Everyone, how much is the difference? How much is the shortfall? Deficit कितना है? 1450 minus 1123. How much is the deficit? 327. How much मिलेगा कितना? 200. Will the river interlinking solve the problem? You have a loan of 10,000 on you. Somebody says I will give you 5,000. जा खुश हो जा. Will you be happy? भाई 5 और बच गया. और river interlinking is like a very irreversible thing. Will it take money also? Money है किधर? वो तो party fund में है बस. Only political parties are rich. And I should say that we should not talk about such a joke. Because when we start saying that, it becomes popularly accepted. We should not allow the political parties to be the fund owners. They should be spending on us, not on palatial offices. Eastern Rajasthan Canal, Parvati, Kali, Sindh, Chambal. हाँ, Arif, connect कर रहे हैं, बिल्कुल हो रहा है. But the fact is, if the whole project, have you heard of that whole project that North Indian rivers will be connected to South Indian rivers? That is called IBT, interlinking rivers or inter-basin transfer. That I'm talking about, a hugely costly project. With this argument that it will solve our water problems perpetually, can you see it will not solve? Mathematically, I'm showing Central Water Commission saying it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. इसलिए बता. Is everyone with me? तो हमारी per capita availability अभी कितनी आ चुकी है? 1/4 something आ चुकी है. अभी मैंने आपको लिख के दी है इधर, कितनी आ गई? 1400 के करीब. Get that? 2025 के पास आ गए ना? We are around 1400. This way. That's what we're talking about. And will inter-basin transfer help it? No. Now Arif talked about Kali Sindh. अरे यार छोटे रिवर्स में पॉसिबल है, कहीं पर पॉसिबल है. Yes or no? Arif, you tell me, there is a pipeline rupture in your house, no water coming. Will you talk to your neighbor? Possible? Yes or no? Or if you are a district collector of district X, there is shortage of water, district Y has excess of water, can you talk to your friend district collector, भाई थोड़ा सा पानी इधर टैंकर से भिजवा दे? Can you do that? Make sense? That's okay. That's okay. But you are in Jammu and Kashmir and you say I will get water from Kanyakumari. कैसे लाएगा भाई? Technology, this arrogant technology ने तो नुकसान किया है. Yes or no? Do we get that? Expensive, not desirable, not sustainable. And what will you get? What will you get from there? What will you get from there? So that's what we are saying. So I'm not against the idea. I'm not against the idea of some transfer. That's something. We live in an area where, like we're looking at that barter trade, that possible trade. That's okay. Yeah, two Naxal hit districts and the district collectors meet. Two Naxal hit states and the chief ministers meet and decide a common action plan on Naxalite handling or tackling the Naxal attacks. Makes sense. Makes sense. But applying the same tactics all over India. Naxal attack. If anybody, comes out and protests on the road, Naxal attack, us pe attack kar do. That's not a good idea. Do you understand? So river interlinkage for the whole country is a massive thing. And what will come out of it? It should not be khoda pahar nikla chua. So once you shared a video in which they were using solar energy to purify ocean water, what about the future of this? So Naman, पता कर लो. Internet ने बताया वो है. मैं तो अभी भी कह रहा हूँ कि solar energy to purify ocean water, that's not on a commercial scale. नहीं, pilot project पे तो बहुत चल रहा है. True or not? Hear that? Solar energy, solar heating. Remember, there were two types when I was doing energy resources with you. One was the PV technology, where photovoltaics are used. Other is solar causing heating and evaporation happening. तो वो evaporation करना है. मैंने आपको बताया decantation is a slow process. Yes sir. Naman says it can solve problem of coastal areas if applied on a large scale. Naman, I don't know about India. I think US is a rich country. It has a tropical coast also. वो तो नहीं कर रहा है. कर तो नहीं पा रहा है. Do you get that? ठीक है. और US तो सोलर में लीडर भी है, ऐसी बात नहीं है. ग्राउंड वाटर पे आ जाए सभी लोग. सरफेस वाटर पे हमने इतनी बात कर ली. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ग्राउंड वाटर. हैव आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू वेयर विल वी फाइंड ग्राउंड वाटर्स? ग्राउंड वाटर बताया था आपको कहां पे मिलता है? डिड वी डू दैट एक्सरसाइज? पोरस, नॉन पोरस, रिमेंबर दैट? ग्राउंड वाटर इन इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट इज हाईली कॉम्प्लिकेटेड ड्यू टू द occurrence of diversified geological formation. Its lithology, what kind of rocks are there, chronological variation, how they have evolved, and tectonic framework, many tectonic things happen, climatic dissimilarity in various hydrochemical conditions. भाई मुश्किल है बट काम का सेंटेंस है. Everyone, people who want to learn jargon, is it a good sentence or not? Groundwater is highly complicated. Why? Because of geological formation. What is geological formation? He's already told you: lithology, chronology, tectonic, climatology, various hydrochemical conditions. And it revealed that there are aquifer groups. Now you know what is aquifer, where water is stored. Yes, broadly two groups are there. One is the porous formation, other is the fissured formation. Remember, porous is what I told you, sedimentary. and other one is fissured. Fissured क्या होगा? Did I talk about this anywhere or not? Did I talk about groundwater anywhere? That water percolating. Again, I get confused with GS classes also. नहीं? Okay. If I'm talking about groundwater in India, बताया था यार, उसमें soil में बताया था, if you remember. ऐसा soil बनाया था, ऐसा rock बनाया था. Yes. And then I said a water table होता है. You explain the process with diagram. बताया था? No, not in oil and gas, but in soil. When I was talking leaching, if you remember, water table. This water table will go up when this will go up when there is more rock. Permeable, non-permeable भी बताया था. Yes, I also talked about वो कौन सा soil होता है? Glaying, if you remember, glaying पे बात किया था. Glaying as a process where water gets waterlogged if this water table comes up. तुम भी ना मुझे ऐसे बुद्धू बनाते हो. I talked about it, water table. I said for that water table to be there, which areas will allow, which rocks will allow more water. So you said, sir, sedimentary rocks, water can percolate through them. Yes or no? Where are sedimentary rocks? Where are sedimentary rocks? Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra plains, coastal areas. Yes or no? Then I said peninsula versus plains, which will have more groundwater. Plains will have more groundwater. Why? Why? Because percolation happens. Even in plains. So can I say Bihar, West Bengal will have high percolation. Coastal areas will have high percolation. Punjab, Haryana will also have high percolation, but I'm saying moderate. Everyone, why moderate? Why not high? H for high, M for moderate. So because rainfall reduces as one goes to the west. No. Simple logic here. Coastal plains will have high. Yes. Where will be low? Peninsula in general will be low. What rocks are there? Igneous rocks, shields are there or not? But they are cracks also. Wherever there are cracks, in those cracks, will the water go inside? Will the water go inside? So will it form something? Possible? So there are two places where we can find groundwater in India. One is the porous areas, other is the fissured area. Fissure means is everyone okay? Porous and fissured areas. Professor R.L. Singh, keeping this in mind, divided India into the groundwater provinces. ये जो हमने map बनाया ना, high, moderate, yes, and here can be in the rifting part, there can be some moderate, possible. So he called it the groundwater provinces. Get that? Let me tell you, porous, what are these? Porous is unconsolidated formation and semi-consolidated. They are in the alluvial sediments. Is it okay? These are by far the most significant groundwater reservoirs. Is everyone okay? Yeah, that bestowed with high incidence of rainfall, covered by thick pile of sediments. Over the years, what has happened? The groundwater has increased. In addition to the annual replenishable groundwater resource, rain is also there. Is everyone okay? There exists a huge groundwater reserve in the deeper passive recharge zone. Remember passive recharge zone? More than 750 meter depth wala groundwater is also there. You are recharging from the top also and deep also, deep down, that is there. True or not? So cavity wells, thousands of wells have been constructed during the last few decades. यहाँ पर बहुत सारे wells and tube wells have been created. Is everyone okay? Which area am I talking about? The North Indian plain. Get that? But there are some other basins which are faulted basins. They are narrow valleys. Remember, Narmada was created because of that. So Gondwana, remember Gondwana mein crack hua. Gondwana, Lathis, Tipam, Kodalore sandstones. So you don't remember, but you do remember Gondwana. There are selected tracks in the northeastern India also where some of these cracks happen. So this is too much. How will I remember? Did you understand this? ये तो समझ आ गया. This is in words. And if you want a good map, here is the map. किधर गया? नहीं इसमें था यार. Towards the end over. ये groundwater provinces of India. मैं पढ़ के बताऊं. India is a vast country, topographic kahani and everything which controls the movement of groundwater. High relief areas. Everyone, Himalayas. Will there be high groundwater or low groundwater? High or low? Himalayas. Low, limited groundwater. Why? Because of the slope. Can I say because of the topography? If there is any water, वो कहाँ पर होगा? In the intermontane valley. If there is valley, Kashmir valley is there. There you can get some. In the valley you will get, but on the top it will not be there. True or not? Priyanka is saying no time to percolate, but in the valley can it percolate? So valley में मिल जाएगा. So you can do खेती in the valley of Kashmir. You can do in those dunes also. Remember dunes, those valleys in between Shivaliks and Middle Himalayas. That's there. अच्छा, यहाँ पर लिमिटेड है हिमालय में, बट इंडस गंगा ब्रह्मपुत्र वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट एंड मोस्ट पोटेंशियल ग्राउंड वाटर रिजर्व्स इन द वर्ल्ड. अंडरस्टैंड? रेन इज आल्सो हैपनिंग. नीचे बॉटम पर भी है. इसमें पंजाब टू असम. मेक सेंस? पंजाब टू असम. Peninsular India, what should it be? Everyone, limited. Coastal India, what should it be? Narrow strip, highly productive. ठीक है यार, हो गया. Everyone, did you see I made a map on the basis of these 4 things? Did I make a schematic on the basis of these things or not? The book is also saying this. I also see this. You also see this. Now we had to divide it into technical names. Technical names are given to us by Professor R.L. Singh. So he calls them Precambrian crystalline. Remember, in plateau we have Precambrian crystalline. ज्यादा होगा कम होगा? Shields में more or less deficient. 50% of the country and especially the peninsular India. बता दिया उन्होंने. So you saw someone's answer, no? Starting में उसने कुछ आंसर लगाया of the biotic regions and all that. You can also use it, but the right place. If groundwater comes, तभी R.L. सिंह का नाम लेना है. Precambrian sedimentary. Remember, after that sedimentary also came. Kadappas and Vindhyas. But not too much because Precambrian is there. That was the time. Remember, marine क्या थे वो? Geosinic lice. Remember, scenic lice, Vindhyan scenic lice and Kadappa. तो उसमें भी थोड़ा सा गया, but वो पुराना पानी. Gondwana sedimentary. Okay, sedimentary is okay. Barakar, Godavari river, good aquifer. Deccan trap, good or bad? Remember, it has got basalt deficient. Deficient. 1200 meter thick impermeable basalt is there. It is getting eroded. We saw mountain ranges created. Ajanta, Satumala, Harishchandra Balaghat. Remember, but still it is basalt. No, cannot be there. अच्छा, Cenozoic sedimentary. Moment sedimentary comes. ये जो अभी tertiary आए हैं, आंध्र प्रदेश, तमिलनाडु के coastal plains. ठीक है, coastal plain will be good. Cenozoic fault basin. If there is any fault, Narmada fault. Remember, I told you there is possible. Fractured ones. 6 हो गया. 7th is Ganga Brahmaputra. पूछो मत यार, richest है. इसमें तो सोचना ही नहीं. Himalayan province not very significant. Why? Because of the this thing. But we have seen some local springs do come up. Is everyone okay? You can go by R.L. Singh or you can go by my suggestions. Those 4 general points. Can you, with a smart understanding, create an understanding of the groundwater resources of India? जो ऐसा दिखाई देगा. R.L. Singh का map is good. Remember, Himalayan, ये हिमालयन है. Precambrian shield किधर होगा? 1 देखूं मैं किधर? ये देखो. अमगांव, छोटा नागपुर shield, कडप्पा, yes, अरावली shield. Everyone can you see? ये थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे सतपुरा वाला भी आएगा. Deccan trap 4. Number 6 is Cenozoic fault. Can you see Narmada fault, Tapi fault? That is fault line. Ganga Brahmaputra 7, lucky 7. दबा के पानी है इसमें. 8 is Himalaya low. Get that? Everyone, easy to do this. Can I expect you to memorize this? कल ये मैप बनाएंगे मेरे लिए. अपने मैप बुक में बनाओ. Not मैप बुक, अपने नोटबुक में. Can we do that in the diagram book? The groundwater provinces by R.L. Singh or the way I did it. Today we were talking about water resources. With this I finish all resources. I've talked to you land resource. I've talked to you forest resource. I've talked to you mineral resource. I've talked to you water resource. Biotic मैंने नहीं किया. Biotic and marine resources I have not done it. Minor one I'll give you handout on this. Marine resources एक आंसर भी दूंगा, ठीक है. और एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट किया हमने, energy. Energy crisis we have not done. Energy crisis is also part of contemporary issues, chapter number 10. So energy crisis will come there also, so don't worry. Is everyone okay? Biotic and marine resources I am not doing it. ये मैं handout में दे रहा हूँ. Is everyone okay? Now forget this. Some of you might be to this. This was chapter 2 and chapter 1. Chapter 1 was what? India physical. In this resource chapter, did I also complete vegetation and soil which were left? That was an additional thing which I did for you. Is everyone okay? After 1 and 2, how confident you feel about India if you spent more time with India? You know India. What is the geology of India? What is the climate of India? What is the soil of India? What is the vegetation of India? Where, what resources are there? How are we using them wisely? Not wisely. Just 2 chapters. Most of you are beginners. Many of you said, sir, we are joining straight from paper 2. Is the journey? Are you understanding or not? See, I do keep asking you, understanding or not, understanding or not. ऐसे रोना टाइप नहीं करो, अरे क्या किसी और को समझ नहीं आ रहा. I am asking. नहीं आ रहा तो you can say नहीं आ रहा. So especially भी मैप बनाने का confidence आया. And everyone, not only concepts, are you applying them in answer writing also? Shivam says, I feel I have a platform. So answers भी लिख रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि we are just looking, हाँ सब बता दिया, that's okay. Now in the month of July, I plan a special session which will be called a breakthrough session. After that session, if anyone asks you about any place in the country, you will be able to write 100 words. That's my promise. Any place in the country, anywhere in the country, you will be able to write 100 words. Breakthrough session. Only thing that I need is chapter 1 and 2 should be through you. You should have looked at the atlas. You should have enjoyed it, thought about it. You should have participated in my exercises. ये breakthrough मेरा promise है. Everyone who attends that class, will be in a position anywhere, anyone asks you about any part of India, you will be able to write 100 very intelligent, smart words. So कोई बच्चा, remember map में आता है ना 30 words. I'll be giving you the power of writing 100 words, 30 तो छोड़ दो. So map का write up will be ready for you forever. That reminds me, tomorrow on the pinned comment, can you see? Tomorrow I kept a special class for rivers. I've taken 15 minutes extra. Thank you every day for allowing me that extra time, and thank you for not counting this as like how many drops do you give, because skilling takes time, and I'm so glad that you're working and you're learning also. So master stroke 2 का test कब होगा? So master stroke batch 2 तो is ready. उनका तो results आ चुका है. Many people said that we missed master stroke 2, sir, can something be there and all that. There's a lot of work, I cannot add any more, but I will be planning what I will be in January. I might offer one more entry. लेकिन provisional list आ जाएगी, रात को आ जाएगी. Maybe in January. And why are you in a hurry? You want to clear the examination. What is master stroke? क्या होता है? Program ही तो है यार. When you're ready for that, then that program will help you. Otherwise, it's a nonsense program. Please. All my programs are helping only those people who are willing to do that 100%. So उसके लिए तैयार करना. Don't worry. Don't worry. Nothing is lost. For a serious student, I'm always standing over there. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Enjoy your day. Somebody asked me for the homework. But there is a homework. Read this material which has been given to you. There was a story given to you about water resources. Yes, because I've not gone into conservation. वो मैं कहाँ पे लाऊंगा? Agriculture में I will bring water resources again. So there I will be using that story. So make sure you do that. And this RL Singh का map. TBS Johad of Alwar. वो सबको दिख गया वो अलवर वाली story. Please make sure you do that. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.